Hey y'all. So I'm gonna get right to it. I gotta tell you about this dream that I had. I had it night before last, right? So this what happened. So I was in a hospital, right? I'm assuming I was visiting somebody. I don't know. I don't remember past the first point that happened. But what happened was I was in this wheelchair and I wasn't handicapped or nothing. I was actually being lazy. And I was trying to push myself. I was trying to push myself with my own legs in the wheelchair. Do not ask, okay? Okay. But I was like, okay, it's this taking too much. It's taking too much strength, legs hurting, whatever. Let me just get up and walk. And when I said that, I had turned around and said it to this nurse that walked by, and both of us started laughing. So I just got up and walked. Don't ask, okay? My dreams be major. Let me just put this in here. My dreams be major motion pictures, okay? Paramount Studios, Columbia, all the above. Okay, I'm gonna just throw that in there real quick. Okay, so now I'm walking, minding my business, and then I see like all these nurses like huddled up in like this room or whatever, but the door's open. I could see them huddled up, and immediately I knew that there was emergency going on. And then as soon as I had that thought, I heard like over the loudspeaker, whatever the code is for emergency type thing. So I'm like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? So somebody said, they coming, you got high, you got high. So I went to the first, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm black. Okay, we don't ask no questions. We just do what the people say to do that's running around us, okay? So I went to the nearest room, and this room was like a supply room, but the door was open, right? So and then it's the hallway. So let's say the supply room that I'm in is on the right, then it's the hallway, and then on the left it looked like it was like another supply room because it was more people over there hiding, right? Crazy, we hiding, but the door's wide open. I mean, there's no door. Like, you walk by, you can see the people, right? So then all of a sudden I seen some Caucasian men. Okay, they were Caucasian men. They were not men of any other type of ethnicity but that. They had like machine guns. Like, okay, that's what I'm saying. My dreams be major motion pictures. I kid you not. So they had like not no 9 millimeters, not no 22s. They had like machine guns, right? So I seen one of them. Somebody came from behind them, and then they, you know what I'm saying, they cut their throat and they died. And I was like, oh my God. So then the next thing I know, one of the men with the machine gun came and pulled this girl that was beside me, this young girl. She might have been like the early 20s, right? Pull her. And so remember, like, if you ever read, excuse my nail, don't pay attention to my nail, you ever read the Last Supper in the Bible? Remember how Jesus gave the disciples bread, right? That's how this man presented. And remember, the devil always copying God. So the man presented this bread to the girl, and what the question was is, if you eat this bread, you will be renouncing Jesus Christ. Like, you're saying, like, there's no Jesus Christ, whatever, you're renouncing, right? Like what happened in the news with when the Christians got beheaded. Okay, it was like that, but you had to eat the bread to say you renounce it, right? And so, like, right away with no hesitation, she said, yes, I will eat the bread, because the girl was like, she was terrified. And immediately, like, I felt so, I grieved for her, because I was just like, oh, she just sold her soul, right? So then I guess because I was by her, I was next to ask the question. And in my mind, I was like, oh, you ain't even got to ask me, because the answer is no. Okay. But he asked me anyway. And then he said, and I said, no, I will not. So then he kind of like grabbed me by the collar and took me, girl, y'all, I'm saying girl like I'm talking to my friend. He grabbed me out of collar and like took me out in the hallway, right? And I don't know what happened, but somehow I was able to get out his grasp. And then it was this young guy who looked like he was like in his 20s. He seen me, like, I guess he was like, I don't know, I'm gonna run with her. She looked like she going to escape. And so we started running together out towards the exit. And y'all, major motion pictures, okay? The dude with the machine gun shot the gun, but it was one single bullet. I turned around and seen the bullet coming towards me in slow motion. That's why I said it's like the movies. I seen the bullet coming towards me in slow motion when I turned around like this. Y'all tell me why I said, um, Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, right? I didn't say the whole, I didn't say the verse number. I said the reference. I said the scripture, right? And as soon as I said no weapon formed against me shall prosper, I didn't even get to the next part. The bullet ricocheted back to the shooter and shot him dead in his face. He shot him right in the face, dead on arrival. We didn't even have time to look shocked or whatever. We turned around, kept going. Tell me why. Remember I said they had like machine guns, these big guns. Pop, pop, pop. All I heard was bullets. All I heard was bullets. So the bullets either flew past us, or they did the same thing it did to the man, or they turned around and hit the man in the face and ricochet, right? But tell me why when we was running, I kept saying, Jesus cover me, Jesus cover me, Jesus cover me, Psalm 91, Jesus cover me, Jesus cover me, Jesus cover me. And that's why the bullets was flying past us or ricocheting back to the enemy. So we finally made it to the hospital door, and you know how hospital doors automatically open when you come and you getting closer, where it was already open. That's a word. Hold on, put a pin in that. So the door was already open. We went out and ran out the door. So we like ran like across the street, but in my ear I heard, because the men were still chasing us, remember? But I heard them say, forget them. We gotta go to the others. We gotta get back to the others, right? So they left us. So we ran like across the street. Across the street and up the hill from the hospital, right? To like sit down, like, you know what I'm saying, catch our breath and whatever. And when we looked back across the street, and like sort of like cat corner adjacent to the hospital, we seen the goons that I told you that killed one of them with the slice of the neck, right? Don't ask me why the one that did the killing looked like Birdman, okay? I don't know. But he looked just like, but when I was telling about husband, he started laughing. I said he looked like Birdman, okay? I'm just saying that's what he looked like. So I yelled across the street. I was like, yo, how y'all do that without, you know what I'm saying? How y'all get away without them seeing y'all? So they showed me how they did it, and he laid down like he felt like he was asleep. So apparently, like, one of the guard thought that he was already dead. And so when the guard turned his back to him, we're gonna call him Birdman, rose up and snuck up behind him and cut him with the knife or whatever. But he used a corner of a Dorito bag to show me, because they were sitting down there eating and snacking. But then, because, you know, when you in the world and you do wrong, you gonna get caught. And they got caught, right? The police caught up with them. And so we seen the police and we start running. Even though we know we ain't doing nothing wrong, we just start running again. And so when we was running, we realized that we was kind of like in this like prestigious type, like upper class type neighborhood, right? And of the Caucasian descent. And so as we running, we like, man, we not gonna get help. These people not gonna help us. They gonna be looking at us like we crazy, because we running, we looking crazy. But then I heard this lady, I seen this long line of people, and then as I was running, I seen the lady tell them how to get in the line, and basically was saying that she was gonna help them. Now shout out to my ancestor Harriet Tubman. Shout out to her. But this wasn't a African American lady. This was not a black lady. This was a Caucasian lady. And the dude that was with me was like, she not gonna help us. She not gonna help us. And I said, it don't hurt to ask, right? So I went to go ask her, and she was like, sure, this is what you do. And she gave us, you know, the directions on what to do, to how to get. We had to go through, and we had to go. That's why I say Harriet Tubman, because her directions said to go underground, right, through this gray door or whatever like that. When you come back around, you know what I'm saying, then you'll be out in safety. And I called it the ark of safety. So we did what she said, and when we came out, I noticed that it was like dusk, like the sun, when the sun getting ready to go down, but it wasn't quite all the way down yet. And it's like I had a knowing that we made it just in time, because unlike Harriet Tubman was freeing people at nighttime, this lady wasn't going to do it no more. When the sun go down, she wasn't going to do it no more. She wasn't it helping people no more. It was deuces after that. So we had made it like just in time. And basically that's all I'm gonna tell you. It's a more to the dream, but that's a personal part to that. But y'all, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, okay? When you're child of God, you're covered, okay? Any dart, any missile, anything that the enemy throws at you, I'm telling you, it's going to ricochet and go back at the person that threw it or shot it, okay? Or it's going to go right past you like it never happened. Understand that you are covered by God. Psalm 91, you covered.